Yesterday, we pointed out the near hypocrisy of Kyrie Irving calling out the youngsters after getting mad at LeBron James for doing the exact same thing to him in their time together in Cleveland. Well, apparently, Kyrie was watching the show or shows like it because after last night's game, here's what he said about that issue itself.
I had to call Bron, and tell him, I apologize for being that young player that wanted to everything at his fingertips, and I wanted everything to be at, my threshold. I wanted to be the guy that led us to championship. I wanted to be the leader. I wanted to be all that, and the responsibility of being the best player in the world and leading a team is something that's not meant for many people. And Bron was one of those guys that came to Cleveland and tried to really show us what it's like to win a championship, and it was hard for him. I feel like the best person to call was him because, he's been in this situation. He's been there with me where I've been the young guy of, being a 22-year-old kid and, wanting everything. He wanted everything right now. I think what that brought me back to is all right, how do I get the best out of this group of the success they had last year, and then helping them realize what it takes to win a championship.
All right, as a guy who was ripping him on the very same side that he was basically ripping himself last night, I don't know what to make of this. I know one person not buying it, Michael Grange, who went to Twitter and said Kyrie had one of the best games of his career, then decided to manufacture in a test tube a narrative that would make ESPN explode on every conceivable platform. One, Kyrie is a different dude, and two, this league, as they say. What do you make of this? Because I have no idea what I'm listening to when Kyrie says that a couple days after tearing apart the youngsters on this team.
When's the NBA trade deadline?
February.
February 7th?
Believe.
You know what I was thinking? And I'm not kidding, and I haven't mentioned this to you all day.
Yeah.
Step one of 5 steps that sees Kyrie traded to the Lakers between now and February 7th.
There's no way. There's no way Kyrie could ask for a trade to get away from LeBron James.
But think about it. But if you're the Celtics, because you can't carry 2 guys like him and Anthony Davis because they have the Derrick Rose contracts. Like there is a league mandate where the only problem with Boston getting Anthony Davis is that they can't.
Right.
Because Kyrie Irving is the same contract, and under the CBA you can't have both.
This year.
So you move Kyrie. Go get Anthony Davis. Is that the craziest thing you've ever heard?
The part for me, no.
If he's opting out after the season anyway.
It's pretty crazy, but
it's the NBA.
It's the NBA. And the part of the craziness that frustrates me is, would you be surprised if Kyrie, it feels to me like attention is a hell of a drug. Okay? Attention is a hell of a drug. And Kyrie Irving, by going out and saying what he just said, is just searching for the same sort of attention that would have someone say, I believe that the earth is flat. There's a lot of people, and I want to say it's a generational thing, but if you go back through the NBA, there are a lot of dudes in all sports who just like attention.
Yeah.
And Kyrie Irving strikes me as a guy who likes attention, and after he put his foot in it, by saying something stupid in public when he could have said it behind closed doors, like most other leaders would, he thought, what's the one thing that could get me out of this hypocritical point in my career? I apologize to LeBron James. No, wait. If I say that out here, it's going to draw a lot of fire. Skip Bayless is going to be talking about me. Stephen A. Smith is going to be talking about me.
But here's what I don't understand about the comment. They would have been talking about him anyway. He's coming off getting destroyed locally and nationally, puts up 27.
Come on.
They would have been talking about Kyrie regardless.
This is a different level. You know it because it wasn't Kyrie's 18-assist performance or the fact that he completely dominated the Raptors after this game that anyone was talking about. They were talking about him and his apology to LeBron James.
So you're saying it's hypocritical to say that you have transitioned to a good leader by calling LeBron, by putting more attention on yourself and letting ESPN run with it?
You came to that conclusion in a day, Kyrie Irving, or that's just a comfortable way to get out of a jam?
Yeah, I don't know if it worked. I still think he's in a jam.
Did you read the comments on any of the story? They're all like, good for you, Kyrie Irving. That is accountability.
I'm not buying
That's
that.
being a man.
I'm not going down that road.
In youth, we learn. In age, we understand. And obviously, Kyrie Irving in 2 days has understood.
So if they lost that game last night, he'd have been saying that. If they lost the game last night,
No, he wouldn't have
he
said
would not have been saying that,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
People get just
feel like-
fishing with a towel and Henry. Everyone gets lured in.
That's exactly what's going on here. And I feel a little bit like the old man on this because I know Instagram is literally just people competing for attention. And I want to blame it on generations, but it's not generations. Kobe loved attention. Shaq loved attention. Like there are a bunch of Michael Jordan in his own way wanted attention. But I will say this to the young people watching this show. Boys want attention. Men want respect. And I would say to Kyrie Irving, go get your respect, and the only way you do that is by winning championships.
I just hate when people get sucked in so easily into a nothing story.
He's got one.
It just bothers me.
Yeah.
It's a nothing story. It's so transparent. Everyone gets sucked
No,
in
but
on
it's
it.
juice. The NBA traffics in that juice right now. You understand
I just know he's not being sincere, and everyone's running with it, and it annoys me. If I hear another story along those lines in the next minute, I'll go crazy.